So hello everyone, welcome to ECE104a class, General Engineering Enhancement Course 1. So today we're going to continue the part 2 of the college algebra, okay? Ayan, so we're on the question number 38. If loan x squared is equal to quantity loan of x squared, so solve for x. So in this problem, we're going to apply the rules of logarithm. Ayan, okay. So let's write the equation first. Loan of x squared is equal to quantity loan of x squared. So as a rule of logarithmic function, if we have here an exponent, so we can put it here. So this is going to be 2 loan of x is equal to quantity loan of x squared. Then let us divide both sides by loan of x. Ayan. So this will be cancelled and this will be cancelled also. So we have 2 is equal to loan of x. Now, to find the x here in the right side, so we'll just have to put an exponential function in both sides. So we will have e raised to 2 is equal to x. And that is our answer. Next, if logarithm of 2 is equal to x and logarithm of 3 is equal to y, find logarithm of 1.2 in terms of x and y. So in this problem, you can use reverse engineering. So logarithm of 2, so substitute nyo sa x, yung logarithm of 3, substitute nyo sa y, and then put it in the equation for a, b, c, d. Then you check if it is equal to logarithm of 1.2. But if you want to apply the rules of logarithm, so ganito yung gagawin natin. So logarithm of 2 is equal to x, logarithm of 3 is equal to y. Now, we have to express the logarithm of 1.2 into an expression that can come up with logarithm of 2 and logarithm of 3. So logarithm of 1.2, we can say that this is logarithm of 12 over 10. Okay. Then, applying rules of logarithm, if we have logarithm of 12 over 10, so that is also equal to logarithm of 12 minus logarithm of 10. And logarithm of 12 is equal to logarithm of 4 times 3. Logarithm of 10, that is just simply equal to 1, right? Okay, so we have here minus 1. And then logarithm of 4 times 3, this can be expressed as 2 squared multiplied by 3. And since they are, call this, multiplied with each other, let us rewrite it here. So logarithm of 2 squared times 3, then minus 1. We can separate this one as logarithm of 2 squared plus logarithm of 3 minus 1. And logarithm 2 squared can be expressed as 2 logarithm of 2 plus logarithm of 3 minus 1. But logarithm of 2 is equal to x and logarithm of 3 is equal to y. Therefore, our final equation would be 2x plus y minus 1, and that is letter A. Next, so we have here a ratio, proportion, and variation. So when we say ratio, this is the ratio of two numbers, A and B, may be written as A to B, A is to B, or A over B. When we say proportions, it is a statement of equality between two ratios. So A is to B is equal to C is to D, or A over B is equal to C over D. And A and D are called the extremes, while the B and C are called the means. Then we also have here fourth proportional, letter D. That is the fourth proportional to A, B, and C. Okay. Then, x, mean proportional to a and b, it can be calculated as a over x is equal to x over b, or x is equal to the square root of a multiplied by b. Then we have x proportional to a, b, and c. So that's in the previous slide. A over b is equal to c over x. And x is equal to bc over a. Then for a third proportional to a and b, a over b is equal to b over x. So that's equal to x is equal to b squared over a. Then we also have variation. So when we say direct variation, that's equal to y is equal to kx. Then for inverse variation, we have y is equal to k multiplied by 1 over x. For joint variation, we have y is equal to k times x times z. So joint variation, we have two or more variables that is being multiplied with each other. Then combined variation is the combination of direct, inverse, or joint variation. And the k in our equation is the constant of proportionality. Now let's have here some example about ratio, proportion, and variation. So question number 40, a line segment 30 cm long is divided into two parts whose lengths have the ratio 2:3. So find the larger part. So in this problem, we have here a given ratio of 2:3, and the length or the total length is equal to 30 cm. So we can express this problem as 2x plus 3x is equal to 30, where x is the what do you call this? The part that we are looking for. So 2x plus 3x is equal to 30. 2x plus 3x is equal to 5x equal to 30. Then x is equal to 6. Then we are looking for the larger part. So the larger part is the 3x, because we have here 2x and 3x. So larger part is equal to 3x, or 3 times 6, that is equal to 18. Now find the third proportional to negative 2 and 4. So as we defined earlier, this is a over b is equal to b over x, where x is the third proportional. So x is equal to b squared over a. So in our problem, negative 2 is a and 4 is equal to b. So x is equal to 4 squared over negative 2. And that is equal to 16 over 2. And that is negative 8. Okay. Now, given that w varies directly as the product of x and y and inversely as the square of z, and that w is equal to 4 when x is equal to 2, y is equal to 6, and z is equal to 3, find the value of w when x is equal to 1, y is equal to 4, and z is equal to 2. So this is an example of combined variation problem. So let us express this statement first into equation. W varies directly as the product of x and y. So w varies directly as the product of x and y, and inversely as the square of z, and inversely as the square of z. So that's going to be z squared. And we have here given condition, w is equal to 4 when x is equal to 2, y is equal to 6, and z is equal to 3. So we have 4 is equal to 2 times 6 is 12, okay, over 3 squared is 9. Therefore, our k, or the constant of proportionality, is equal to 3. Now that we have the k, we can now find the value of w given the second condition. So k is equal to 3, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 4, and z is equal to 2. So 3 times 4 is 12 divided by 4, and that is equal to 3. Yeah. Now let's proceed with age problems. So to solve age problems, represent each condition as given in the problem by an equation, giving emphasis to the tenses. So there are key terms representing past, present, or future. Okay, so for example, if Ernest is twice as old as Harry, so this condition of their ages now could be represented as x equal to the age of Harry at present, so now, 2x is equal to the age of Ernest, since Ernest is twice as old as Harry. Now, if the problem then states that 5 years ago, so know that 5 years ago, Ernest was 3 times as old as Harry. You have to represent their ages 5 years ago by simply subtracting 5 years from their ages now. Therefore, we will have x minus 5 as the age of Harry 5 years ago and 2x minus 5 as the age of Ernest 5 years ago. Now, we can set up the equation using the fact that Ernest was then 3 times as old as Harry. So our final equation would be 2x minus 5 is equal to 3 times x minus 5. Finally, we can solve for the required age or ages. Okay. Now let us apply that concept in this problem. So a father is 4 times as old as his son now. 6 years ago, he was 7 times as old as his son during that time. So find their present ages. Now let us set or let the father's age as f. Let f is equal to the father's age and s as the son's age. Okay, now let us convert this into equation. So father is 4 times as old as his son now. So f is equal to 4s. Then 6 years ago, so f minus 6 years ago, he was 7 times as old as his son. 7 times as old as his son during that time. So find their present ages. So we have here two equations, two unknowns. For the second equation, let us simplify it first. So f minus 6 is equal to 7s minus 42. Then we have f minus 7s is equal to negative 36. So we have first equation and the second equation. Now we can substitute the first equation to second equation. So for s minus 7s equal to negative 36, negative 3s is negative 36, s is equal to 12. And of course, father is 4s or 48. Ayan. If you don't want to substitute the equation 1 to equation 2, you can also use a recalculator mode 5.1. Okay, mode 5.1 and put the equation. Okay, so this is for linear equation, two equations, two unknowns, two variables. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Then the sum of Kim's and Kevin's ages is 18. In 3 years, Kim will be twice as old as Kevin. So what are their ages now? So let us say, since they are both K, let's just write it as X and Y. X as Kim's age and Y as Kevin's age. Okay, so the sum now of Kim's and Kevin's ages is 18. So X plus Y is equal to 18. Then in 3 years, so 3 years from now, so that's in future. 3 years from now, Kim will be twice as old as Kevin. So twice as old as Kevin. There. So what are their ages now? So we have here again two equations, two unknowns. So let us simplify first the second equation. X is equal to 2y plus 6 minus 3. So the 3 on the left side, I just transposed it in the right side. So x is equal to 2y plus 3. Now we can just use mode 5, 1 again in your calculator to save time, and we'll have the answer as 5 and 13. Okay? Next, we have here mixture problem. So the basic principle of mixture problem, the amount of mixture times the percent of pure stuff equals the amount of pure stuff in container. So for example, we have a given of 50 liter of a mixture containing 20% acid. So that would contain 50 multiplied by 0.20, so that's 20%. And that's equal to 10 liter of pure acid. Solution to mixture problem. So let us first analyze the mixture using pure stuff. So we have here A, B, and C. So they are the amount of mixture in each container. And X, Y, and Z are the pure stuff in each container. So in mixture problem, so there are some conditions given wherein, for example, we have two set of container and they will be combined in order for us to have the new mixture or a new solution with new percentage of that solution. Okay, so in order for us to visualize this concept, of course, we'll have to apply this in problems. Okay, so here, so 10 liters of 25% salt solution and 15 liters of 35% salt solution are poured into a drum originally containing 30 liters of 10% solution. What is the percent concentration in a mixture? So let us write. We have here 10 liters of 25% solution or 0.25, 15 liters of 35% salt solution, so that's 0.35, and it was poured into a drum originally containing 30 liters of 10% solution. So if we will compute for the pure salt and in our equation, so 0.25 times 10, we have 2.5. 15 times 0.35, ours may calcu. Ayan. That is 5.25 liter. And 30 times 0.1, that is 3 liter. Then, we are looking for the percent concentration in the mixture. Okay, so what we have to do is, of course, to know the total amount of salt, 8, 9, 10, 10.75 liters, and the amount of the mixture as a whole. So we have 55 liters. So for the percentage, that is 10.75 over 55 liter. Okay, so that is equal to 19.54%. Okay, so parang chemistry lang, no? We are dealing with salt solution, but it's actually algebra. Okay. Next, how many pounds of water must be removed from a 50 pound of 3% salt solution so that the remaining solution will be 5% salt? Okay, so we have here originally a 50 pound of 3% solution. So let us write that as 50 multiplied by 0.03. And we will be having an X. So this is the X, the pounds of water that must be removed. So therefore, I write minus X here. And it has no salt, right? So that is 0% or 0 equal to the pounds of solution. So 50 minus the X pound of water that will be removed multiplied by the new percentage of salt, 0.05. Okay, so 50 times 0.03, that is equal to 1.5 is equal to 2.5 minus 0.05x, and 0.05x 0.05x is equal to 1. Therefore, our answer is x is equal to 20 pound. Yeah, so that is our answer. Ayan, so just take note of the keyword. So if it is removed, of course, you have to subtract. Then if it is added, of course, you'll have to use plus or addition in our equation. Next, we have your coin or number problem. So coin problems, coin denomination. For penny, we have 1 centavo coin. Nickel, 5 centavo. Dime is 10 centavo. Quarter is 25 centavo. And half, of course, that is 50 centavo coins. We have to remember this coin value. For a number digit problem, so basis of analysis, for a 2-digit number, 10t plus u is equal to the original number. Then if it is reversed, so 10u plus t. For 3-digit number, so 100h plus 10t plus u, so that's the original number. And if it is reversed, so we have 100u plus 10t plus h. Where u is, of course, the units digit, t is the tens digit, and h is the hundreds digit. Yeah. So even opened her coin purse and found pennies, nickels, and dimes with a total value of $2.85. So if there are twice as many pennies as there are nickels and dimes combined, how many pennies, dimes, and nickels are there if she has a collection of 90 coins? So let us convert this into equations. First statement. So she has pennies, nickels, and dimes. The pennies is equal to 0.01p plus nickels are 5 centavo, so that is 0.05, and dime is 10 centavo, so 0.10 dime equal to 2.85. Then there are twice as many pennies, so p is equal to twice the combined nickels and dimes, so n plus d, or that's also equal to p is equal to 2n plus 2d. Then the combined numbers of pennies, dimes, and nickels are 90 coins, so p plus n plus d is equal to 90. So we have 3 equations, 3 unknowns. We can use mode 5, 2. Okay. The 3 equations, 3 unknowns. For our first equation, write 0.01, 0.05, 0.10, and 2.85. For the second equation, input 1, negative 2, and 0. For the third equation, input 1, 1, 1, and 90. And our answer would be 60, 15, and 15. Okay? Next, a number is divided into 2 parts such that when the greater part is divided by the smaller, the quotient is 3 and the remainder is 5. Find the smaller number if the sum of the 2 numbers is 37. Okay, so this is an example of a number problem. Okay, so let us say that x and y are the 2 parts of the number, and x is the greater part. Okay, y is the smaller part, of course. Then, when the greater part is divided by the smaller, the quotient is 3 and the remainder is 5. So find the smaller number if the sum of the 2 numbers is 37. Sum of 2 numbers is 37. So our first equation, let us just simplify it first. X over y minus 5 over y is equal to 3. Multiply both sides by y. We have x minus 5 is equal to 3y. So x minus 3, y is equal to 5. Then use mode 5, 1. 2 equations, 2 unknowns. And we'll have the answer as 8. Now we have here another number problem or digit problem. The sum of the digits of a certain 2 digits number is 10. If the digits are reversed, a new number is formed, which is 1 less than twice the original number. So find the original number. So we have here 2-digit number. So let us write this as 10t plus u as the original number. Then the reverse is 10u plus t. That is the reversed number. So sabi, the sum of the digits of a certain 2-digit number is 10. So t plus u is equal to 10. If the digits are reversed, a new number is formed, which is 1 less than. So reverse number is 10u plus t. So that's equal daw to 1 less than twice the original number. So twice the original number, 10t plus u, and 1 less than. Ayan. So we have here first equation and second equation. Let us simplify first. 10u plus t is equal to 20t plus 2u minus 1. Then 10, we have 8u minus 19t equal to negative 1. So this is our second equation. Apply mode 5(1) this problem. So what are we going to find? So we have here 3 and 7. Okay, so yun yung makuha nating number. Therefore, our answer is 37. Next, solve for the values of x, y, and z from the given equations. Xy is equal to negative 8, zy is equal to negative 2, and zx is equal to positive 4. So, how are we going to solve this one? Let us try to multiply xy and zy. Xy and zy. So, that is negative 8 multiplied by negative 2. We have x, z, y, oh my god, y squared equal to negative 8 times negative 2 is positive 16, I mean. But xz is equal to 4 in our given. So that's 4y squared is equal to 16. Y is equal to 4. So y is equal to positive negative 2. But in our choices, we only have positive values of y. So let us just get the y is equal to 2 as to find the x and z. So xy is equal to negative 8. X is equal to negative 8 over y. Negative 8 over 2, that is equal to negative 4. And z is equal to negative 2 over y from the second equation. So z is equal to negative 2 over 2. And that is negative 1. And that is letter A. Next, we have here a clock problem. Okay, so clock problem. Basis of analysis, let x equal to number of minute spaces covered by the minute hand. X over 12, the number of minute spaces traveled by the hour hand. So, we have here some common questions in clock problem. First one, time when the hands of the clock are together. Second, time when hands of the clock are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular means they are they are in right angle. Third one, time when the hands of the clock form a straight line or in opposite direction. Okay. So the following are the distances between the hands of the clock. So if it says together, so of course 0 degree angle. Perpendicular, that's 90 degree or 15 minutes. Straight line or opposite to each other, that is 30 minutes or 180 degrees. Now, in clock problem, we have an easy way to solve for the clock problem. So, it was taught to us during our review days in board exam. So you just only have to use the formula 2 over 11 multiplied by the reference angle or the initial angle, the start, okay, plus the destination angle or terminal angle. How do you call that? Destination angle? Terminal angle? Final angle. Yeah. Okay. So let us apply this here. So what time after 3 o'clock will the hands of the clock be together for the first time? Okay, so as I've said earlier, let us use the formula 2 over 11. 3 o'clock is, in our class, that's 3 o'clock, right? So that's 90 degree. And be together for the first time. Therefore, our final angle would be 0 degree. And 2 over 11 multiplied by 90 degrees, that is 16.36. So that time when the two hands will be together for the first time is 3:16.36. Okay, so that's very easy. Next, at what time after 12 noon will the hour hand and the minute hand of a clock first form an angle of 120 degrees? So same, so 2 over 11, 12 noon is 0 degree. Then our final angle is 120 degrees. So let's just input it. And our answer would be 12 o'clock, 12:21.818. Next, in how many minutes after 10 o'clock will the hands of the clock be opposite each other for the first time? So, what angle is 10 o'clock? Diba ang 10 o'clock is on the left side of the clock. So, that 10 o'clock. So, when you measure this angle, so 5 minutes is equivalent to 30 degrees because 15 minutes is 90. So, therefore, this is actually 60 degrees. But since it is to the left or counterclockwise, so let us make this as negative 60 degrees. Then, our final angle said here is opposite each other. Therefore, that is 180 degree. Ayan. So, that's our equation. And our answer would be 21.81. Okay. Next, from the time 6:15 p.m. to the time 7:45 p.m. of the same day, the minute hand of a standard clock describe an arc of what? So, as you can see, from 6:15 to 7:15, so that's already 1 hour. 1 hour means it has completed the full revolution, and full revolution is equal to 360 degrees. Okay. And 7:15 to 7:45, that is 30 minutes. And 30 minutes is equivalent to 180 degrees. Therefore, this is equal to 540 degrees. Now, let's proceed with the work problem. If a person alone can finish a certain job in 8 days, then his rate of work per day is 1 over 8. If two people A and B work together and finish the job in X days, then the sum of their individual rates is equal to their combined rate. So we will be having a combined rate analysis if there are 2 or more people working together. Then, to express a complete work, so the rate multiplied by the number of days, that is X, equal to 1, indicating that it has completed the whole work. Then we also have man-hour analysis. Total man-hour equal to the sum of a unit man-hour. So let's have some problem. A farmer can plow the field in 8 days. So yung rate niya, 1 over 8. After working for 3 days, the son joins him and together they plow the field in 3 more days. How many days will it require for the son to plow the field alone? Okay. So for the farmer, his rate is 1 over 8 because he can finish or he can plow the field in 8 days. For the sun, we don't know, so let us put this as 1 over x, and that is what we will be looking for in this problem. So, stated here is after working for 3 days, the farmer, so 1 over 8, after working for 3 days, the sun joins him. The sun joins him now, so 1 over 8 plus 1 over x. Together, they plow the field in 3 more days. So, 3 more days. How many days will it require for the sun to plow the field alone? So, let's assume that they have finished the work. So, let us equate this as 1. So, this is our equation. So, 3 over 8 plus 3 over 8 plus 3 over x is equal to 1. So, 6 over 8 plus 3 over x equal to 1. You can just use shift solve or use algebra in order to solve this. So, we'll have 3 over x equal to 2 over 8, and x is equal to 24 divided by 2, that is 12. And that is our answer. Okay, so it will take 12 days for the sun to plow the field alone. Next, a mechanic and his helper can repair a car in 8 hours. The mechanic works 3 times as fast as his helper. So how long would it take the helper to make the repair working alone? Okay, so we are looking for the rate of the helper. So that is 1 over x, rate of helper. And it says here that the mechanic works 3 times as fast. Therefore, that is 3 over x, rate of mechanic. Yan. Then, if we will write this in our equation, that's 1 over x plus 3 over x multiplied by 8. Because they can repair a car in 8 hours. So, that's equal to 1. So, let's simplify. This is 4 over x equal to 1 over 8. And x is equal to 32. 32 hours. Okay. Now, if you want to check if your answer is correct, so just have to get the rate of mechanic, 3 over 32. So, for the mechanic, he will repair the car in 32 divided by 3, that's 10.67 hours. So, he works 3 times as fast as his helper. Okay. Next, 12 men can finish the job in 16 days. 5 men were working at the start, and after 8 days, 3 more new were added. How many days will it take to finish the job? So in this problem, we're going to use the man-hour analysis. Okay, so let's convert this into equation. We have here 12 men can finish the job in 16 days. Then equate this as 5 men were working at the start. 5 men, and after 8 days, so 8 days, 3 more new were added. So originally we have 5, and then 3 more new were added. So 5 plus 3, that is 8. And the question is, how many days will it take to finish the job? So that is x. Okay, so 12 times 16, we have 192. 40 plus 8x, 152 is equal to 8x, and x is equal to 19. But as you can see, 19 is not in our choices. But that is because our the hinahanap natin is the number of days will it take to finish the job. And initially, we have the 8 days here. So 19 plus 8, total is 27. Ayan. Next, we'll have rate or motion problem. So for uniform motion, we have this equal to RT, where D is the distance, R is rate, and T is the time. Distance covered when moving against the wind is equal to D is equal to R minus C times T. Distance covered when moving with the wind. So it's the same direction with the wind. That's why it is positive. If it is against the wind, okay, so that is negative. And C is the current or the velocity of the wind. Now for distance traveled downstream, so same direction of the current, so we also have B is equal to R plus C times time. And for distance traveled upstream, of course, against the current, so R minus C multiplied by time versus the current of wind or water. Okay, so the speed of the plane is 120 miles per hour in a calm. With the wind, it can cover a certain distance in 4 hours. But against the wind, it can cover only 3/5 of that distance in the same time. So find the velocity of the wind. So we know that the distance is equal to rate multiplied by time t. And it says here is that with the wind, it can cover a certain distance in 4 hours. So let us put this as r plus t. C, I mean r plus c. Whereas here is the velocity of the wind multiplied by time t, that is 4 hours. And against the wind, so that is r minus c. Same time, so 4. And as you can see, this is the distance traveled against the wind. And sabi sa problem, against the wind, it can cover only 3/5 of that distance. So, yung tinutukoy yung distance dito is this distance if the plane travels with the wind. So, therefore, this is the distance, the rate times time, 3/5 of this rate plus t. And since it is mentioned that it's same time, so 4, we can cancel the 4 hours here. And given R natin is 120, so 3/5 times 120 plus C equals sa 120 minus C. So 3/5 times 120, that's 360 divided by 5, 72 plus 3/5 C equal to 120 minus C, and that is 48 equal to 8 over 5 C, and C is equal to 48 divided by 8, 6 times 5 is 30. Yeah, 30 miles per hour. Okay, so the boat travels downstream in 2/3 of the time it does going upstream. If the velocity of the river current is 8 kilometers per hour, determine the velocity of the boat in still water. Okay, so D, or a distance equal to rate multiplied by time t. So the velocity of the boat, let's say that is r. So r. Downstream, so same direction with the current, so r plus c. Our time, so it takes 2/3 of the time as it goes upstream. So let us just write it as 2/3 time. Then so let's equate this as r minus c upstream and multiplied by time t. Okay, so we can cancel the t here, and we have a given of 8 kilometers per hour for the current, or for the letter C. So r plus 8 multiplied by 2/3 equal to r minus 8. Okay, so 2/3 r plus 16 over 3 is equal to r minus 8, and this is going to be r minus 2/3 r, that is r over 3 equal to 16 over 3 plus 24. 16 plus 24, that's 40 over 3. Is that right? So r is equal to 40. Yes. Okay. Next, Pedro and Juan run at constant speeds along a circular track 1,350 meter in circumference. If they run in opposite direction, they meet every 3 minutes. While running in the same direction, they are together every 27 minutes. So determine the speed of Pedro. Okay. So we have here a circular track of 1,350. D is equal to RT, right? So distance traveled is 1,350. And if we combine the distance traveled by Pedro and Juan, but that is, let's say that is RT of Pedro and RT of Juan. So let us imagine it first. If they start here at this point and they run on the opposite direction, so for example, this is the rate or distance, distance covered by Pedro. So that is distance covered by Pedro plus distance covered by Juan if in opposite direction. Okay, and they will meet here at 3 minutes. So this will be 1,350 equal to distance of Pedro, that is rate of Pedro, multiplied by the time. So they meet at every 3 minutes. So this is 3 plus distance traveled by Juan. So that is rate of Juan multiplied by 3 minutes. Then if the same direction, so let's say this is distance traveled by Pedro and this is distance traveled by Juan, we don't know, but they meet every 27 minutes. So let us subtract the distance traveled by Pedro or of Juan to Pedro. So our equation would be 1,350 is equal to RP multiplied by 27 minus RJ multiplied by 27. Okay, so that is our equation. So we have two equations, two unknowns. You can just put it in your calculator in your mode 5.1 and we will have two values, 250 meter per minute for Pedro and 200 meter per minute for Juan. But since we're looking for the speed of Pedro, so our answer would be 250 meter per minute. Okay. Next, sequence and progression. So sequence is a set of numbers in a definite or specific order and formed according to a definite rule. The numbers of the sequence are called terms. So for example, the sequence for which a sub n is equal to 2n plus 1 is 3, 5, 7, and so on and so forth, 2n plus 1, where a sub 1 is the first term of the sequence, a sub 2 is the second term of the sequence, and a sub n is the nth term of the sequence, where n is the number of terms. Okay. So our problem, find the sum of the first 5 terms of the sequence with general term 2 raised to n minus 1. So if you encounter this type of problem, so all you have to do is just type in your calculator, use the summation sign in your calculator, and that is from n is equal to 1 to 5, 2 raised to n minus 1, and just equal. Okay, our answer will be equal to 31. Yeah. Next, determine the sum of the first 4 terms of the sequence whose general term is given by 3 raised to n minus 2. So just the same. So we use the summation formula. N is equal to 1 to 4 because it says here that first 4 terms, and type the 3n minus 2. So in your calculator, there's no n. I think it's x, right? So, ayun, you can just type it in your calculator and equal, and our answer would be 112. Now determine the fifth term of the sequence whose sum of n terms is given by 2 raised to n plus 3 minus 5. So, as you can see, the given is the general term for the sum of n terms. And we will find the fifth term of this sequence. So in order for us to find this term, just have to find the sum of terms from 1 to 5 and the sum of terms from 1 to 4 and subtract their difference. Therefore, we'll have 2 raised to n plus 3 minus 5 when n is equal to 5 minus 2 raised to n plus 3 minus 5 when n is equal to 4. Okay, and that is equal to 2 raised to 5 plus 3 minus 5 minus 2 raised to 4 plus 3 minus 5. And our answer would be 128. Next. Ayan. So we have sequence of values in which each term is obtained from the preceding term in the same way is called progression. So for example, we have 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Arithmetic progression, sequence in which there is a common difference or the letter D between any two consecutive terms. For example, we have 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. The common difference is equal to 2. Now we have here some formulas to find the n term. A sub m plus n minus m multiplied by d. For the sum, so s equal to n multiplied by a sub 1 plus a sub n all over 2. S is equal to n over 2 multiplied by 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. And for arithmetic mean, a sub 2, that's equal to a sub 1 plus a sub 3 divided by 2. Next, an arithmetic progression starts with 3, has 9 terms, and the middle term is 19. Determine the sum of the first 9 terms. So we have here a given of a sub 1 equal to 3, n is 9, and the middle term, so middle term is a sub 5, that's equal to 19. Then we can find the common difference using the formula a sub 1, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. A sub n natin is a sub 5 equal to a sub 1 plus 5 minus 1 times d. 19 is equal to 3 plus 4d. So we have 16 is equal to 4d. D is equal to 4. Then we can find the sum of the first 9 terms using the formula. S sub n is equal to n over 2 multiplied by 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So 9 over 2 multiplied by 2 times 3 plus 9 minus 1 times 4, and that's equal to 171. But if you want to use a calculator technique, so all you have to do is go to your 991ES or 570ES, so it works either of the calculator. So mode stat or mode 3, 2. Okay, so go to stat mode, stat, and that's number 3. Then a plus bx, so that's actually mode 3.2, no, mode 3.2. Ayan. And then, after that, you'll have the view of xy here. Okay, yung x natin, that's a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, ganon. So, since we have a sub 1, so let's put 1 here, and the value of a sub 1 is equal to 3, and a sub 5, so let's write 5, and the value of a sub 5 is equal to 19. Then, so let's input that in our calculator. Then after that, click AC. Okay, so click AC. And then, we're looking for the sum of the first 9 terms, no? So, shift summation. So, shift summation. Yeah, this one. So, shift log. Yeah. And alpha x. Okay, so alpha x. Then shift 1, 5, 5. You have to get this variable. So that is shift stat. That is 1. Shift 1. So this is the stat in your calculator. Then look for the reg. So in my case, that is number 5. Okay, so that's regression. And find the y hat. Okay, that is in my calculator, that is number 5 also, the y hat. Okay, so x, y hat. Then, comma, that's in the shift parenthesis, your comma. Then, put 1 up to 9 because we're looking for the sum of the first 9 terms. Then, equal. Yan. So, if you were using 570 ES, ang magiging sagot po is 174 for 570 ES. So, in my case, that's my calculator, 570 ES. But if you're using 991 ES, magiging sagot nyo is 171. Okay. For 570 ES, 174, I just only have to subtract the first term. So, first term natin is 3. Therefore, ganun pa rin naman, 171 yung sagot natin. Okay po? Yan. So, that's the calculator technique for arithmetic progression. Next, find the sum of the first 100 positive odd integers. So, para ma-practice tayo, let's use the calculator technique for this one. So, ganun ulit, you go to the stat mode, and then the a plus bx, then input this in your calculator. So, first term natin, of course, is 1. A sub 1 natin is 1 kasi first 100, diba? And second term natin, another add is 1, 3. If you want na dagdagan pa siya, so 3 is 1, 3, 5. Then, click AC. Okay. Then, go to shift log or the summation sign, alpha x. Then, shift 1, 5. Go to y hat. Then, comma, 1 to 100. Okay. Let's try. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And in your calculator, that's 1 and 5. Tapos AC, then shift. Tapos X, then 5, 1, 1. Five. 1 to 100. And that is 10,000. Okay. Next, find the sum of all integers between 300 and 800 that are exactly divisible by 14. So in this case, we have to find the number that is divisible by 14 first for the a sub 1. Okay? Between 300 and 800. So a sub 1 natin, by trial and error, that's 308. Then, our a sub n, or the last term that is within the range, is 798. Okay? Then, of course, the common difference is 14 since divisible by 14. Okay? Now, we don't know how many terms, right? We don't know how many terms is within this range. So, in your calculator, you can use this stat mode and go to a plus bx again and input this. So, our first term is 308. Our second term is 308 plus 14. That's 322. Okay, then click AC. Then, to find the what what is a sub n, or what tawag doon, pang ilan, si 798. Okay, so just have to type in your calculator 798. So calculate 798, then shift stat reg ulit, but this time we'll have to look for the x hat, 798x hat. Okay, 798, and then the x hat is from the shift 1 5, asan siya? Shift 1 5, number 4 sa akin. Shift 1 5 4. So x hat. This is to determine kung pang ilan si 798. So ang makukuha nyo is 36. Yan, so 36. Since you have the n na, you can proceed with the summation kasi yun yung hinahanap natin, the sum of all integers. Summation of x, y hat from 1 to 36. Okay? And our answer would be 19,908. Okay? So, yun. Next, we also have geometric progression, a sequence in which there is a common ratio of each term to its preceding term. So, in arithmetic, there is a common difference. For geometric progression, we have a common ratio. Example, we have 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. The common ratio is equal to 2. Now, for the formulas, a sub n is equal to a sub m times r raised to n minus m. Then, to find the sum of the progression, that's a sub 1 multiplied by r raised to n minus 1 over r minus 1 if the ratio is greater than 1. But if the ratio is less than 1, so a sub 1 multiplied by 1 minus r sub r raised to n over 1 minus r. Then the geometric mean, a sub 2, that's equal to square root of a sub 1, a sub 3. Okay, so there are 4 geometric means between 3 and 729. Find the fourth term of the geometric progression. So in this problem, we can use calculator technique, no, and finding this. But since it is already geometric, we're not gonna use the mode 3 2. But instead, we're going to use the mode 3-6. Okay po, that's mode 3-6. So, x, y. X natin is, ganun pa rin naman kung pang ilan siya. 1 is 3. Then, there are 4 geometric means daw between 3 and 729. Therefore, 729 is 4, 5, 6. Pang 6 siya. No? May 4 geometric means in the middle. So, 1, then 4, then 729. So, pang 6 siya. Okay. So, in order for us to find the fourth term of the geometric progression, so all you have to do is, after inputting this one, so click AC and then type 4y hat. In order for us to find the value in this position. So, for y hat, our answer would be 81. Okay? Okay, a rubber ball is made to fall from a height of 50 feet and is observed to rebound 2/3 of the distance it falls. So, how far will the ball travel before coming to rest if the ball continues to fall in this manner? So, this is an example of an infinite geometric series. Okay, so if we will try to visualize this problem, so there is a height of 50. This is 50, where the ball fell. So after falling 50 feet, then it will bounce 2/3 the distance. Okay, and we don't know how long would that be? So this one is, this distance is 2/3 times 50. Okay? And we're going to look for the distance it traveled, the total distance. So the summation, no? So S sub n is equal to A sub 1 over 1 minus r. So this is the formula for the infinite geometric series. Okay? So our total distance, as you can see, we will add 50. So total distance, let's put this as D. So that's 50 plus the summation of the distance. So we're going to use this formula. A sub 1 natin, that is starting from 2/3 times 50. So 2/3 times 50 over 1 minus 2/3. Okay? And since it bounds in this way, so this one will be multiplied by 2. Because if, bounce siya pataas and then bounce pa baba. So total traveled is twice. So that's why it's times 2. Now if we solve this one, we're gonna have a distance of 250. Ayun. So the geometric mean of two numbers is 8 and the arithmetic mean is 17. Find one of the numbers. So we have here GM, or the geometric mean, that's equal to square root of xy, and that's equal to 8. Arithmetic mean, that is x plus y over 2, and that is equal to 17. And so first equation, let's have xy is equal to 64. Therefore, x is equal to 64 over y. Then let's substitute in the second equation. X plus y is equal to 34. 64 over y plus y is equal to 34. Multiplied both sides by y. So we'll have 64 plus y squared is equal to 34y. Y squared minus 34 y plus 64 is equal to 0. And if you have a quadratic equation, actually you can use the mode 5-3 in your calculator because it's for a quadratic equation. Okay, this is another calculator technique, mode 5-3. Yeah, this quadratic. Our A is 1, our B is negative 34, and ours is 64. So we'll have the answer is 32 and 2. So our answer is 32 and 2. And since in our choices we only have 32, so that is our answer. Next, harmonic progression is a sequence of terms in which each term is the reciprocal of the corresponding term of a series in arithmetic progression. So actually, parang arithmetic sequence lang din siya, but it's the reciprocal. So harmonic mean, we have 2a sub 1, a sub 3 all over a sub 1 plus a sub 3. So for our last problem, what is the 11th term of the harmonic progression if the first and the third terms are 1/2 and 1/6 respectively? So we'll just just treat is like arithmetic progression. So where a sub 1 is 2, while a sub 3 is 6. So just have to go in your stat mode, then a plus bx, then type in your column, calculator is 1, 2, and 3 is 6, then AC. Then we're looking for the 11th term. So 11 y hat, and makuha natin is 22. Therefore, our harmonic progression is 1 over 22. And that's the end of the part 2 of the college algebra. Okay, so I hope you learned a lot from this topic. No, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.